the Civil War that so many fear, that people talk about. But Ellie, Jack Postovich was one of Kirk's closest friends, also hugely significant and influential in the MAGA movement. He spoke with Stephen and said that Kirk obviously knew about security risk, and that's why he had security detail. But he talked specifically about Kirk's awareness of some of the threats that he faced. Let me just play with Jack.
After Butler, I said to Charlie, Charlie, are you sure you still want to keep doing these? And he said, Jack, I'm never going to quit.
You know, we have the security tip. He says, hey, I can't get too much security because it cuts me off from the young people. It cuts me off from the crowd.
Right, and that's why today we say, how come there were no MAGs, right? I mean, security machines to go through, because that's not the environment he wanted. And you spoke to someone at Turning Point USA about the threats. What did they tell you?
Yeah, I talked to Rob Smith, who used to work at Turning Point with Charlie, and he said that they knew threats, they were just constant and daily. He said that every major conservative influencer speaking at that level gets constant threats. And it's really just chilling to know that. I mean, what people said when I talked to them was like, they get lots of people saying horrible things to them online all the time, and they don't know who's a keyboard warrior and who's actually capable of violence.
Right. I mean, and that's the terrifying thing. Alyssa, let me just play some of the things that Kirk has said, right, so people can understand more about him, right? And I mentioned earlier, there were times when he challenged Trump, for example, on Epstein, right? He really wanted more transparency on Epstein. But obviously, in most issues, he was really at the front lines of what Trump wanted to put out there. And for those who aren't that familiar with him, let me just play some of Charlie.
We needed the pressure on these universities.